This might be the first artificial intelligence the US government wouldn't let you have. On June 26th, OpenAI previewed its most powerful model yet, GPT 5.6 codenamed Soul. And then something unprecedented happened. The White House asked them to hold it back, not ban it, gate it. Released to only about 20 companies, each one approved by the government, one customer at a time. In this video, I'm going to decode exactly what this model is, why it spooked Washington, and the new 3-tier system, and reasoning modes you'll want to understand before it goes public in a few weeks. I can't run it yet. Almost nobody can. But I read every system card and report, so you don't have to. Let's start with the part that has never happened before. When OpenAI ships a model, you normally just get it. This time, two government offices, the Office of the National Cyber Director and the Office of Science and Technology Policy, asked OpenAI to limit the release. So GPT 5.6 went out as a limited preview to roughly 20 trusted companies. And Sam Altman told staff the administration would approve access customer by customer during the preview. Read that again. The government now has a say in who gets to use a commercial AI model. General availability is coming in a few weeks. But the precedent is the real story. Washington is starting to treat frontier AI the way it treats technology that needs review before it ships. So why this model? Why now? One word, cyber. OpenAI says GPT 5.6 Soul is its most capable model, yet for cybersecurity. It shifts the frontier on long horizon security work, like finding and exploiting vulnerabilities. On a benchmark called Exploit Gym, its cyber ability climbs sharply as you give it more reasoning. But here's the careful line they drew. OpenAI says Soul is better at helping people find and fix vulnerabilities than at reliably carrying out a full attack, end to end. Under their preparedness framework, it does not cross the cyber critical threshold. It finds the bugs and the building blocks. But it does not autonomously chain them into a working exploit. Powerful enough to worry about. Not, they say, powerful enough to set loose. Now, the part most coverage glossed over, and it changes how you'll choose models forever. GPT 5.6 didn't ship as one model. It shipped as 3, with names instead of decimal points. Soul, the sun, Cetaphon, the flagship. Terra, the earth, the balanced, everyday model. And Luna, the moon, the fast, cheap one. And here's the key sentence from OpenAI. The number is the generation. But Soul, Terra, and Luna are durable tiers that advance on their own cadence. Translation. Instead of waiting for GPT 5.7 to upgrade everything at once, each tier can level up on its own schedule. You stop picking a version. You start picking a tier. Let's meet the 3, starting at the top. Sol is the flagship, OpenAI's strongest model yet, with real jumps in coding, biology, and cybersecurity. On Terminal Bench 2.1, a brutal test of planning, tool use, and fixing your own mistakes inside a command line. Sol, in its top mode, hits 91.91%. State of the art. On a genomics benchmark called GeneBench, it beats the previous generation while using fewer tokens, smarter and cheaper at the same time. This is the model you reach for when the problem is hard, long, and you cannot afford to be wrong. It is also the most expensive, and we'll get to exactly what it costs. Soul also introduces 2 new reasoning modes, and this is where it gets interesting for builders. The first is max effort. You're telling the model to take its time and think as deeply as it can on a single hard problem. The second is brand new, Ultra. In Ultra mode, Soul spins up subagents. It breaks your task into pieces and works them in parallel, like a lead engineer handing out tickets to a team. That 91% coding score, that was Soul in Ultra. So here's your rule of thumb. Reach for max when one problem needs deep, careful thought. Reach for ultra when a big job can be split up and attacked from several angles at once. But here's the secret most people will miss. You probably won't live on Soul. You'll live on Terra. Terra is the balanced tier sahi hai. OpenAI says it matches the previous flagship, GPT 5.5, on quality while costing about half as much. Think about that. The intelligence that was top of the line one generation ago, now at roughly two times cheaper as your everyday default. For the vast majority of real work, drafting, summarizing, normal coding, answering customers, Terra is the workhorse. Save soul for the problems that actually deserve it. And then there's Luna, said the moon. Luna is the fast, lowest cost tier built for high volume. This is the one you point at the boring, enormous jobs, classifying thousands of support tickets, tagging a mountain of data, powering a feature where speed and price matter more than deep reasoning. It will not outthink Soul. It's not supposed to. Its job is to be cheap, quick, and good enough at massive scale. Soul for the heart. Terra So for the daily. Luna for the bulk. 3 tiers, one decision. Now, the part that actually saves you money, the pricing decoded. These are per 1 million tokens, input and output. Soul, $5 in, $30 out. Terra, $2.50 in, 15 out, exactly half of Soul. Luna, $1 in, $6 out. So output on Soul costs 5 times what it costs on Luna. Same task, 5 times the bill, just from the tier you pick. And one more lever almost nobody uses. Cached reads are 90% off. If you send the same big context again and again, a long document, a system prompt, caching it cuts that part of the bill by 90%. So the real skill isn't always use the best model, it's match the tier to the job and cache everything you repeat. Step back, because there are two stories here. The small story, a great new model you'll get in a few weeks. The big story, a government just helped decide when and how an AI model ships. Whatever you think of that, it tells you exactly where we are. Frontier AI is now powerful enough that the release itself is a decision, not a given. So, what do you do right now before Soul goes public? 3 things. Pick your tiers. Decide which jobs deserve Soul, which run on Terra, which dump onto Luna. Design for subagents. Start breaking big tasks into pieces that ultra mode can run in parallel. And prep your prompts now. So the day access opens, you move while everyone else is still reading the announcement. So here's the whole thing on one screen. GPT 5.6, one generation, 3 durable tiers. Soul, the flagship, the strongest yet, with max and ultra reasoning, and 91.91% on terminal bench. Terra, flagship quality at half the price, your daily driver. Luna, cheap and fast, for everything at scale. Gated by the government over cyber, but held below critical and going public within weeks. You now understand a model that almost no one on earth can even open yet, and exactly how you'll use it the moment they unlock the door. If this made GPT 5.6 finally make sense, do 3 quick things. Subscribe here on YouTube and follow Hyperautomation Labs on Facebook and Instagram, sir. I break down every big AI moment on all 3. I also made a free GPT 5.6 Soul Decoder, the 3 tier cheat sheet, the pricing math, when to use Max versus Ultra, and a get ready checklist for launch day. To grab it, just comment the word Soul and I'll send it straight to you. And if you want to go deeper on building with AI, I've got 4 paid guides linked in the description, including the complete Cloud Code guide and the OpenAI Codex guide. Don't just watch the frontier move, be ready for it. I'll see you in the next one.